Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me know.
Right now.
Oh, okay. Did we get the URL to share it on Facebook? No? And I'm live right now.
Yes.
Hey, hey, everybody, what's going on? This is Mike Chapman here with Believe Achieve Succeed. And today is Tuesday, April the 21st, 2020. Welcome to Believe Achieve Succeed. I was going to try to get the URL so I could get more people to listen in. I don't know if I can do that while I'm going live. As always, I got my niece slash sidekick slash production assistant slash like numero uno homie, Sam, with me. I'm gonna see if can we do that while I'm going live.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, she's trying to figure it out. So I love this song. On the big jet plane. You have the link. Hey. You guys are going to get to enjoy me doing a little bit of Angus and Julia Stone as we're getting this kind of figured out. This is only my second live video, and it's the first time doing it with Sam, so I'm not sure. So hopefully I'll get some people in, and we'll get to talk and answer some questions. I'll start talking to you guys about the topic. And I'm hoping that if you can hear me and you've logged in that the music's not too loud. If you think the music is too loud, please feel free to let me know. And just so everyone knows, I do not own any of the rights to any of the songs you're going to hear playing in the background. So just got to do that as a precaution and a legality. So, you know. I'm gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. I love Angus and Julia Stone. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I only sang 2 sentences. Thank you.
All right, it's posted.
It's posted. All right. Do I got anybody in the chat?
No, not yet.
I ain't got 0 people. Well, I'm just going to chill here and just do it until someone gets in. I don't want people to miss it. Actually, no, I should go into it, to be honest. Wasting time. So, today, while we're live, I'm excited. We're going to be talking about my new philosophy, which is this motivated, focused lifestyle. And I really believe in. Did I even ask you for a call? Oh Lord, that was creepy. So, so what is a motivated, focused lifestyle, and why do I encourage people to embrace it? Because you'll feel a lot better. I can't 100% guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee that embracing a motivated, focused lifestyle is going to make you feel awesome. I know I do. I always have been a person who's really positive, and I would say that my motivation level when it comes to life in general was, Lord, of course when I'm recording, that I would say that I wasn't low, but I was kind of in the middle. You know, I'd give myself like a C. I was like 70% motivated, you know? But I was only motivated on certain aspects of my life. For example, the cadet program that I teach, or being a good friend. But I'm embracing the whole spectrum of my life. Everything I'm doing in my life, I'm doing it with the motivated, focused lifestyle. And what does that mean? That means that when I wake up every day, I come up with my goals. What am I going to do for today? Always remember my long-term goals, but set goals for yourself to do during the day. While you are living this motivated, focused lifestyle, you can always do something new every day. So set your daily goals. It might be just like, okay, instead of walking 2 miles, I'm going to walk 2.5 miles. Just something simple like that. Just make a list of your goals for the day. Number 2, follow through with those goals. Number 3, try to learn something new about yourself or something new every day. Like, if you improve yourself by 1% every day, within 100 days, you're going to be 100%, right? And so just do something new. Go a little bit farther. Push a little bit harder. Do what you need to do. Always be positive. When you have a motivated, focused lifestyle, you're going to have a positive train of thought. and you're just gonna have wonderful experiences. Things are going to open up for you because what you don't realize sometimes, as people, we don't realize sometimes that our level of motivation, our level of positivity, that positive attitude, that smile on our face, that upbeatness that we're doing, showing people every day, people are noticing that. Sometimes we don't realize that what we do, someone's noticing it. And you're bound to catch more flies with honey than you are with vinegar. What does that mean? Living a motivated, focused lifestyle and having that power of positivity, okay, and being focused on the positivity and the motivation is going to get you a lot farther than being someone who just embraces life as life's so tough, life's so hard. The unmotivated lifestyle. Because the power of positivity is real, but the power of negativity is just as real. So you got to set that yourself. You're the only person in your life that can control whether you're going to be positive about life and embrace that motivated, focused lifestyle, or you're going to be negative and do that unmotivated lifestyle. You know, and it doesn't have to be starting off huge. You know, start small, make small goals. I was talking about this on my podcast, and we were talking about being honest and having character and integrity. And my fitness goals, my weight loss journey is a struggle sometimes. Sometimes I have weak moments, and I admit it, you know, but I have to be honest with myself. So part of my motivated, and you're going to pick what your idea of a motivated, focused lifestyle is. I can't tell you what to be motivated about. All I can do is encourage you and suggest to one, just be motivated about your life and what you're doing. Embrace that motivated, focused lifestyle. Embrace the power of positivity. So for me, I want to lose weight and be at my high school wrestling weight. I'm not going to say what that is, but let's just say I've got about 60 pounds to go, right? 50 pounds. I got 60. I'm like, yeah, I got 60 pounds to go. So I have someone really close to me in my life that, you know, I feel my music's too loud. Hold on. Alexa, volume level 2. Okay. I was struggling to hear myself talk, and I don't want to be shouting in the phone. Embracing the intermittent and keto-focused life. Okay, so becoming physically healthy. And a lot of people have negative things to say about intermittent fasting, but there's a lot of other good things out there about the intermittent fasting. So what the hardcore people do is the hardcore people are like 23-hour fast with the 1 hour eating window where they have one meal a day. The OMAD philosophy, which is what I'm embracing, OMAD, which is one meal a day. But to get there, I wasn't going to start off at 22. Right now I'm at 22 hours fast and 2 hour eating window. There's no way that I had the emotional and mental strength and willpower to do that. So I started with 16-hour fast, 8-hour eating window, and doing 3 meals once every other hour. And then I went to 16 and 6, then 20 and 4, and I'm at 22 and 2, 1 meal a day. And I started that in January. So coming up the second half of the month of April, I'm now at the 22 and 2. And I feel good. I'm drinking lots of water, lots of tea. That's what they say you could drink. Coffee, black, straight, no sweeteners, no creamers. So I don't do that often because just straight black coffee isn't really delicious to me at all. I'm going to take a pause. Are you back in, Sam? Oh, I guess no one's here with me. I was going to see if someone's live so I could respond to comments. And Sam just walked out. She just like dipped out. Didn't say nothing. So I'm going to continue on again. So with that, you know, eating the 22-hour fast, 2-hour eating window, right? Then I had to work on what am I eating. So At first, I cut out things that are loaded with too many carbs, breads, pastas, things like that. I gave up potatoes. I'm a diabetic, and potatoes are loaded with so much starch. I have to give up corn, which I love too. It's just things you have to give up. You have to make sacrifices, right? And then I slowly started weaning myself off of soda because I love soda. And I don't know if you can see it, but here you go. I just drink these things. They're like carbonated waters. Anybody who's familiar with the LaCroix brand, anything like that, it doesn't matter. I'll drink the Walmart version, LaCroix. The other one that I can't pronounce the name. This one just happens to be peach, and it's lightly flavored and it's carbonated. Now a lot of people think it's disgusting, and at first I thought it was disgusting. But when you find flavors that you like, you can get to it, and it's good, So now I'm weaning myself off the sodas, and I'm having a soda occasionally. Eating out, I don't eat out as much as I used to anymore. I try to go out once a week. And I eat, mainly I go to Pieology. I'm not endorsing it. This isn't a spot for them because they don't sponsor me, but just say what I do. I go to Pieology, and I eat a pizza with their protein crust, which is made out of chicken, egg whites, and I'm not, what is it made with? Egg whites, chicken. Oh, anyways, it's good stuff. Or I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and when you go onto their website, you look at keto-friendly wings and wing sauces. My all-time favorite is keto-friendly, the Thai curry. So just the once a week doing that, and not to pig out on it. You know what I mean? And what I've learned when it comes to this keto-friendly and intermittent fasting lifestyle is that you have to have people call it a cheat day. I don't know what I would call it, but I don't want to call it a cheat day because to me, when I think of cheat day, I think I'm eating junk food. I think of sodas, candies, fast food, drive-through food, things like that. But for me, once a week, I have a day where I might eat, like I said, go into the Pieology or the Buffalo Wild Wings. The old Mike used to be able to, it's kind of, I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I used to be able to kill like 30 chicken wings, man. 30 boneless wings from B-Dubs would be nothing. Plus some fried pickles, plus the soda, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm lucky if I could even eat half of that. No fried pickles, no french fries, none of that stuff. If I do have anything, I just usually do the chips and salsa, which is not good carbs, but it's probably one of the better choices for you on the menu. But I mean, I love going there. It's my favorite place is what I'm saying. So I learned that it is emotionally and psychologically beneficial to have that one day a week that you aren't so strict with yourself. That doesn't mean to go hog wild and pig out. It just means you could have a few more calories. You could have a few more carbs, and some doctors are saying that that's helpful to do that once a week. Or however you want to do it. If you want to do it once every other week, it depends on your commitment level. I know people out there who do 36-hour fast, 48-hour fast, 72-hour fast, 120-hour fast. I'm not there yet. I'm not that committed. And I admit that about myself. And that's part of the motivated, focused lifestyle is to be honest. Know your weaknesses, know your strengths, work on those weaknesses, and do it with positivity. Don't look at it as a weakness. Just look at it as, okay, I do this, but I could do better with it. Sam? Oh, you back?
Yeah.
You left. You didn't tell me. I was trying to see if anybody's on listening and making comment.
Oh.
I feel so dumb.
No, nobody's on, but I think I made a mistake.
You think you made a mistake?
Yeah.
Am I testing still?
I think I put the link to where they can join you.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, it's on YouTube right now. I was on it myself.
Uh-huh.
But he
Oh, but it didn't show up in my comment?
No, it did.
Oh, it did?
So if people go on YouTube and see it, then they can join.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
6 notifications. Messages. 3 minutes ago. Tiny bit.
Oh, Lord.
Gets it figured out. Voiceover off. Voiceover on. Passcode fields. Voiceover off.
Can you send a message to Kylie and let her know that I'm on? I don't know. It shows that I'm on. You said he, so you're there. So that's cool. But oh Lord, I spilled. Oh well. But motivation and positivity are just key. I'm not saying that that's key to being successful, because there's a lot of people out there who are successful, and there's people out there who got successful with no skills, no talent, no effort, no nothing. Sometimes that happens. People become an overnight celebrity because of this, that, or the other, and that's cool. That's great. Some people become successful because they work hard. And motivated, focused lifestyle and motivational, being driven just means that you're going to put in the extra work. You're going to take those extra steps. You know, if you think that being successful is easy, I would say that you're right, depending on where you're trying to go. You know, it could be easy. But let's think about the most successful people we know. The most successful people that we could think of, no matter if it's corporate executives, politicians, musicians, actors. Some of them might have had a little bit of natural talent and were good. But the best ones, even with the little bit of talent or the huge amount of talent that they had, right, are the ones who busted their butts and worked really hard. They're the ones who put in the effort every day, even holding down full-time school or a full-time job or full-time school, part-time job, still made it a point to put in some work to get where they are. And you got to do it with the motivation. You got to do it with the positivity. But while you're doing it, know and realize that it's going to be tough. You're going to hit hurdles. You're going to have obstacles in your way. That's not the point. Who?
Kyle.
Oh, hey! How's it going? A PvP? So when with the motivated, focused lifestyle, power of positivity, as I was saying, you know that it's going to be some challenging times. It's not going to be 100% easy. It's not going to be 100% difficult either. But you're going to have ups and downs. That's not the issue. Acknowledging that we're going to have obstacles in our way to success is step one right there, right? Acknowledging that I know that there's going to be some challenges, whether it's people, whether it's the project itself, whatever it is, there's going to be obstacles. It's not that there's going to be obstacles, because we know there's going to be obstacles, right? What are you doing about it? It is easier for us to see that big giant obstacle in our road to success and stop and turn around and walk away from it. Try to find something else. Even though this is something that we're passionate about, it's something we love, and if we could do it for free and survive every day, we would do it. But sometimes those obstacles seem too big. They seem like they're just too overwhelming, and we can't overcome it. But acknowledging that they're going to be there, and then saying, how am I going to overcome this? How am I going to go around it, through it, over it? Just however, figure it out and blow that obstacle out of the way. Just destroy it, because it's going to be obstacles. I wish, no, I don't even wish. I know that there's people out there who are going to tell you that, oh, you could do everything. Everything is so amazing. And I'm that person, but I'm not the guy that's going to put out the belief or the idea that everything's going to be 100% smooth sailing. You're going to have rough waters. How you weather the storms in your life is part of that motivated, focused lifestyle. Are you going to just knuckle down and buckle down and push through it, figure out the way to get through it? Or are you just going to turn around and go back the other way? And no one can make that choice for you but yourself, right? The power of positivity is so amazing. You know, just knowing the people that I've met, being motivated like I am, the fellow stand-up comics that I've gotten to work with and I've gotten to meet, the the entertainers in professional wrestling. Some of them are Hall of Famers. Some of them are legends, and I got to work with them. And they it was, it wasn't just oh hey, how you doing? A few of these people actually sat and had conversations with me because I was motivated. Whenever I go to a wrestling show, I go to the locker room area, the backstage area, and my first thing is to just I handshake, say hi to everybody, and I do more than handshake. I'm a hugger. So anybody who knows me knows that, man, I'll just shake your hand, give you a hug. Hey, how you doing? Blind man, nice to meet you, blah, 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 and keep going. One of my biggest mentors taught me to just have that respect. And I thank him for that. It's just knowing that I have the right attitude, the right behaviors. Living a motivated, focused lifestyle also means on those days when you wake up and you don't want to get out of bed, what do they say? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed. When you have that day, you have that moment, you're going to get up anyways. And you're still going to do that 1% thing to make you better. Hell, it might even be just getting up out of bed that day. And it's tough for a lot of us. A lot of people have emotional and mental health issues, depression, anxiety, bipolar, and things that are worse than that. And it affects them and it hurts them emotionally. And sometimes to the point to where they get physically ill. But I know people who have such crippling bipolar depression or just clinical depression, and they make an effort every day. I'm a sufferer. I have bipolar depression. And there's days where I just don't want to do a damn thing in life. But I think about my goals. I think about what I'm trying to do with life. Where do I want to be? Who am I trying to reach? And if I just sit in my bed and fester, and I sit in my bed and wallow, then I'm not going to make my podcast. I'm not going to do my YouTube videos. I love doing this stuff. I am so thankful for every subscriber I have and every view I have. But I don't have goals to have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. If I did, that'd be so awesome. That'd be so awesome. I'd be so happy and so thrilled. It would push me to go further and farther and push harder than I am doing now. And that's great because my family, my friends, they know my excitement whenever I get one new subscriber. I get so excited because that means I'm reaching one more person. That's what it's about for me, just reaching people, spreading a positive message, spreading a message of motivation, determination, hard work, sharing my life story. Life wasn't always easy for me. Life's not always easy for you out there watching this now, or who are going to watch this in the future when I post it. But here's the thing. Acknowledging that life's not going to be easy and pushing on anyways with that smile on your face, with that positive attitude, knowing that you're going to get there one day. We don't know if that day is going to be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 10 years from now. But if you stay focused and motivated and you keep that drive and that determination in your mind, your heart, and your soul, man, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. For some people, it's not being a millionaire. For some people, it's not being a professional athlete or being an actor in Hollywood. For some people, it might be just opening your own small business and generating enough revenue that your business can survive and you and your family can survive, where you don't have to worry about money for bills or money for vacations or money to send your kids to college or to make car payments or this, that, or the other. It might be just as simple as that. Some of you out there that watch might want to serve in the military or be a law enforcement officer or a firefighter, paramedic, or something like that. That is great if you strive for that, if you work hard for that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, in my experience, and with people that I've talked to and people that I've groups I've done motivational speaking engagements in front of, I can tell you that the majority of them, me included, will tell you that the things that they worked hardest for in their life meant more to them than the things that came easier for them. Yes, we like the things that come easy. Who wouldn't, right? But me, college. The things that I learned most in college was busting my butt in sciences and math. I'm horrible with math. I'm horrible with physical sciences. I think that division has something to do with it, at least with the physical sciences, but I've always hated math. I know it's important. I know it's relevant. But I got C's. But I learned the most. I worked hard for those C's. A's, B's, they came easy. Cool, great GPA, Dean's List, President's List. That's awesome. But I'm telling you right now, I struggled and I worked my tail off to get those C's. And when I got them, I was so proud of myself. I was so happy because I passed the class. Okay? So it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Just be motivated. Be positive. Find something in your life every day that you can be thankful for. Do I have any comments? No? Still no comments. Whatever. I'm going to keep talking because I like doing this. And one of the things that we fail to realize is everyone's got, and we're all guilty of this, even those of us who are highly motivated now. But before we got to that high level of motivation, we always would talk about these excuses, bad things that are going on with us, this, that, and the other. Okay? But I'm willing to bet right now, does anybody who doesn't embrace the focused lifestyle of motivation talk about what they're grateful for? Because that's another part of this lifestyle. Acknowledging and knowing and understanding what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for. Be happy that you have what you have. Do we always want a little more? Sure, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But too many times we're so focused on this is not going right. This person's mad at me. I don't like that person. This sucks. That we're not focused on what we're grateful for. For me, being blind, I don't look at blindness with the capital B like a noun, right? This isn't my disability. It's not a disability. It is an obstacle that happened in my life that I have chosen to overcome because it is a choice to be motivated. It is a choice to work your butt off to get what you want in life. It's choices. You have a choice every moment of every day. There's choices to be made. It's what you do with it. The power is yours. And I hope anybody who watches this can leave the comment what that means. The power is yours. That's one of my favorite cartoons from when I was a kid. But anyways, and it really is. No one controls your destiny but you. And we're talking here in this realm. We're not talking about religious and spirituality. We're talking here, earthbound, physical realm. You control your destiny. You decide if you're going to be successful. You decide if you're not going to be successful. Is life going to be full of failures? Absolutely. So many great inventors and great thinkers failed a bunch of times before they made it successful. Let's look at Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison had so many failed inventions. Boom, light bulb. Boom, video camera. Boom, phonograph. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Electricity. This dude was great, but he had failed inventions as well. Albert Einstein, he didn't just pop off with that theory of relativity. He didn't just come up with the E equals mc squared. He failed. But what makes them successful is not their failures. They embraced a motivated, focused lifestyle. They embraced the fact that, you know what? I failed. They didn't take the ball and go home. They didn't give up and walk away. What did they do? They went back to the notepads, the notebooks. They went back to the drawing board. They went back and said, what did I do that went wrong? What went wrong? How can I fix it? What can I do to fix this? How can I make this better? so on and so forth. And if they tried and tried and tried, but it wasn't the right thing, okay, scrap it. Let's start all over. Let's try something new. Let's come up with something. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. Some of the most successful people in life, when you talk about millionaires and billionaires, are people who have started multiple businesses and those businesses didn't last. And every time one of those businesses failed, they had experience to go on for next time. And they kept building and building and building till one day, one time, the right business for them came along. And they blew up. Boom. You know? In this technological age, we are focused on social media. Part of the motivated, focused lifestyle is to take some time out of your day to stay away from social media. It works. Even if you just do it for an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, whatever, stay off of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, blah, 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 blah. There's so many things. And it's okay to take that break. Pause. It's going to be there when you come back. The more you focus on these social media sites, the less you're focused on your goals and your success. Because let's face it, what are we doing when we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram and we're on Twitter? We're worried about what other people are posting, what's going on with other people. And that's great. But it takes away from us focusing on ourselves. It takes away from us working on our goals, on our dreams. So take some time every day away from the phones, the computers, the social media, all of that. Work on yourself. Whether it's writing down some ideas, meditating, exercising, working out. The power of movement is so incredible. And I don't mean like movement up here. I mean physical movement, exercising. Exercising pops off those endorphins. Those endorphins make you energetic, and because of that, your brain gets activated more. Your brain gets stimulated. That's why you see a lot of these super successful and highly motivated people are in pretty good shape. I'm not saying that they're muscular. I'm not saying that they're thin. They could be a big guy like me, but they're healthy because they exercise. That helps get those creative juices flowing. It's what you want to do with it. Do whatever you have to do that is not immoral, unethical, illegal, or in bad taste to be successful. As long as you are sticking to your principles, you're being honest with yourself, you're having great integrity, you're staying committed to yourself and your projects, you always got a smile on your face, you always take everything with a grain of salt in a positive manner, then that motivated lifestyle is going to be continuous. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to work for you. At what level? I can't tell you that. For me, being successful is the fact that I'm meeting weight loss goals. I'm going back to school to finish my master's degree. I'm doing these videos, these podcasts, these things to keep myself busy and to learn something new. I love learning how to operate the app for my podcast. I feel like I get better every day. Every time I do a podcast, every time I do a video, even going live right now, I like doing this more than I like putting up a regular video because it gives me something more to focus on and to talk about. I have an audience, and because I'm blind, it's cool because I don't know if there's 0 people, 1 person, 200 people. It doesn't matter. I'm relaying a message, and I can save it, post it to my YouTube channel, and people can see this. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We all have challenges in our lives. Something I share when I do the motivational speaking engagements, when I'm talking about confidence, and I'm talking about, what was there, a comment? Oh, okay.
Well, Kylie put yo.
Yo! Oh, yeah. So when I lost my sight, it started for me at the age of 14, okay? freshman football, trying out, playing football with my friends, conditioning myself. Okay, took a hard hit, and I detached my retina from my right eye. So before that, I was born with no vision in my left eye, but I could see out of my right eye. So cool. Wanted to play football and do track. But the summer before I started my freshman year, I had that football injury that detached my retina. They were fortunately able to reattach my retina to the optical nerve to save my vision. I decided that I didn't want to do football because I had to, another hard hit like that, and it could have happened all over again. I was still able to throw discus and shot put my freshman year, loved it. Did that my sophomore year, loved it. Well, the summer right before my junior year in high school, swimming laps in the swimming pool with a friend, a little kid jumped in the way. I swerved out of the way to avoid hitting her. I was on the left side of the pool. I had to swerve to my left because I had no sight in my left eye. I didn't realize how fast that wall was coming up, and I swam headfirst into the wall, and I lost my sight. How did that slamming my head lose my sight? The surgery that fixed my vision in 1995 took my vision in 1997. The buckle and band that they used to attach the retina to my optical nerve, the little piece of metal buckle there, severed my retina. There's no coming back from that. When your retina is damaged, they have a lot of things with cornea transplants and other things that you could do with the vision to help save vision or to repair it. But as of right now, there's it's new research. They haven't figured it out yet. Will they hopefully one day? I think so. Will I be alive? I don't know. If I'm alive, will I want that procedure done? I don't know. But I fell into a deep depression. I was sad. I thought I had to give up my cadet corps program. I thought I had to give up sports. I thought I had to give up everything, learning how to tie my shoes again as a 16-year-old kid and a junior in high school was embarrassing. I just felt everything. I was ready to quit everything. Two instrumental people in my life. Both have passed on now. One is Major Robert Gaines, one of my commandants in the California Cadet Corps. My mom didn't know what to do with me. She called him, and he came over and he talked to me. And he said, "Hey, why are you being like this?" And I told him, I can't do anything. How am I going to be a leader? How am I going to be a cadet commander and lead cadets if I can't see what they're doing? He stopped me and shut me down right there. And he helped me realize that you don't need sight to lead. You don't need sight to be motivated. You don't need sight to have a vision. Let that sink in. You don't need sight to have a vision. So he got me going there, but I was still there. I was still, maybe you're right. But my Aunt Sharon, God bless her soul, she was the tough love person, right? So every family function was at Aunt Sharon's house, man. We did everything there. Birthdays, Easter, everything was at Aunt Sharon's. She came over and she came in my room, and she said, "What are you gonna do? You gonna be a little bitch about it?" That's how she put it. She said, "If you're gonna act like that, you're gonna be moping around, and you're just gonna be like full of this negative and this self-pity. You can do that here. I don't want you at my house." So knowing that my defeatist attitude, my negativity was affecting my whole family, I had to think about it. And you know what? After a couple of days, it hit me. Major Gaines, he's right. Aunt Sharon, she's right. So what? I lost my sight. That's exactly what Major Gaines said to me. So what? What are you going to do about it? And I did great things with it. I had instructors in my cadet program, adult instructors who told me that it was impossible for me to be a battalion or a brigade commander because I couldn't see, and I shut it down and I proved them wrong. I thought I couldn't do sports. I developed a love for wrestling. I discovered wrestling, and I excelled at it because it's a full contact sport. I don't need to see. You don't need vision to be a high school or college wrestler. You know, as a matter of fact, my coach, before I even joined the team, my coach had people practicing with bandanas on anyway to get that comfortability and that familiarity down. You know, my junior and senior year in the Cadet Corps was very instrumental for me because we had an academic competition called the IMAs where you sit in front of a board of very intimidating board of individuals. You know, some of them could be city councilmen, school administrators, military personnel, like big time people, right? And I competed at the local level, which is the brigade level, and I won, and I got to go to state and compete. I didn't think I had a chance. I was like, oh man, there's some good competition, because we had nothing better to do but to sit in an auditorium and kind of like harass each other. Yeah, I'm gonna beat this. No, I got this. No. I went in there shaking. I had a presentation that I did, and I took our basic cadet leadership manual, and I translated it into Braille to help future blind students, thinking that, no, they're not going to care because it's a military program, right? Outside of high school, there's no, you can't be in the military when you have a disability like blindness, right? So I didn't think anything of it. And so they announced third place, second place. I was like, yep, I didn't win. Oh, first place, overall high school cadet of the year. Cadet Captain Michael Chapman, 18th Brigade. I couldn't move. I was just stunned. And it was so amazing that just some tough love from my Aunt Sharon and the right words from Major Gaines pushed me to do that. So my senior year came around. I said, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to be the first cadet in California Cadet Corps history to win this category, top high school cadet in the state of California 2 years in a row. I'm going to do a repeat. I went in there with a focused mind. I was motivated. I wasn't nervous. I was confident. And I was there, and it was great. And boom, I did it again. There's only been two of us in the 100 plus years of the California Cadet Corps that's done it. And the other person I think did it in 2012 and 2013. Thank God they graduated because they could have done a three-peat. But little things like that, you know, realizing that whatever you think your crutch is, whatever you think your disability is, it doesn't have to be a physical disability like blindness, deafness, paraplegia. It doesn't have to be a learning disability. It could be anything. It could be a confidence issue, social anxiety, extreme shyness. You know, that could all be your crutch. You're going to have to learn to get rid of that crutch because it's always going to be there. You know, I'm a super social guy, but I have social anxiety. Why is that? Because I don't know my surroundings every time I go somewhere. I don't have social anxiety all the time. Usually when I'm around a group of people that I know and I'm comfortable with, I can pretty much go anywhere. But if I'm going somewhere new for the first time, that's where the anxiety kicks in. But I don't show it outwardly, right? I always keep that positive attitude. My body language is positive. My smile, you know, I'm always upbeat, motivated, because when people see that and people see, okay, this dude's doing it, whatever I'm doing, whether it's at a professional wrestling show, a stand-up comedy show, they're seeing that, you know, hey, he's not letting that bother him. He's not letting his blindness bother him. Because all it is me being blind. So what? And that's what you got to tell yourself. I have social anxiety. So what? I'm super shy. So what? So what? I'm in a wheelchair. So what? That should not define who you are as a successful person. That should not define your level of motivation. Being blind is something that is. It is what it is. I can't prevent that. It's not part of who I am. It's not what I am. It's just something that happened to me. And I thank God that I had the right kind of people in my life at that right time, because who knows where I'd be, you know? Just imagine that for a minute. Being halfway through high school, being your, just a leader in your school. I was a battalion commander, was on the track team. I did a lot of clubs, so on and so forth. Imagine that being taken from you like that, your eyesight being taken from you, and everything you thought you needed your eyesight for in school, it's gone. Now what are you going to do about it? Are you going to mope like I did and wait for someone to kick you in the butt and tell you you can do this? Or are you going to be self-motivated? And I think I'm very thankful and grateful that those individuals gave me the verbal and emotional kick in the butt. And now anytime something bad happens to me, I think about the positive. I'm telling my partner, I'm telling my kids that I live with, my friends, anything. When they call me up and they want to talk to me about something bad that happened, I'm going to listen to them. But I always want to challenge them. What's something good that happened today? What's a positive thing that happened today? Because if all we're going to do is bitch, piss, moan, and gripe about what went wrong, then we're overlooking what went right. We're overlooking what's good. We're overlooking what we're thankful for, because we're so busy focused on what we're mad at and what we're ticked off at, that we're not focusing on these things. Little things, baby steps. It's baby steps. Whatever you got to do in life, start off small, right? Like I said, I started off 16-hour fast, 8-hour eating window. Now I do 22-hour fast, 2-hour eating window. And it sucks sometimes. I'm not going to lie. It's difficult. For me, it is. There's people out there who do this, who kill it every day. Like, so there's people out there who do 72-hour fast, eat a huge calorie meal, 72-hour fast. I can't do it. I love food too much. I'm willing to admit that, But knowing that I'm staying motivated and knowing that I have to correct these and I have to get more willpower and I have to stay strong, and knowing that I can't fit into my size 48 pants or shorts anymore, and now the belts that I wear are starting to not help either, lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. You just got to stay on the right track. Another thing on that motivated, focused lifestyle is the people you surround yourself with. It is extremely challenging and extremely difficult to keep yourself highly motivated and have that power of positivity when you are around people who don't have the same philosophy. And I'm not saying that they have to be at your level. You might be around people who are more motivated than you or less motivated than you, but they're doing things in their life that are going to help them reach their goals and be a success, right? If you're around people and all they do is talk about negative things, they hate their job, my wife did this, that friend did that, and they can't talk about one good thing that happened in their day, you might want to think about lessening your interaction with these friends or cutting them off altogether. It is extremely difficult for me to cut people that were not good for me out of my life. It hurt, it bothered me, but in the long run, it was something I had to do. It was something I had to do. Because when you start hanging around these people and you get in with them, your level of positivity, your level of motivation is going to decrease over time. Their negativity, their toxicity is going to wear you down. And what happens? You lose yourself. You lose things. Again, I'm coming from a place of experience with this. That happened. I had a bad relationship in 2008, and the friends around me, their idea was, Mike, we got to party. We got to live it up. We got to get you out there. And you know what? Partying on Fridays and Saturdays turned into partying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, to where people were at my house almost every night drinking and partying. And I was maintaining, and after I worked after school programs with my cadet corps program, and I was still in school getting my degree in education. So it was really tough for me. And it just wore me down. And I gave up. I gave up. A second time in my life, I gave up. Because I gave up when I lost my sight at 16. Now I'm 28, going on 29. I gave up again. Because I had to take responsibility for that. I chose to continue to have these toxic people in my life. I could have at any time sat back and said, what the blank am I doing with these people in my life? They're not doing anything to help themselves. They're not doing anything to help me. We're just skating on by. And I wound up losing my house. I wound up losing my property. And I had to build my life all over again at 29 years old. Hey, it was such a horrible time in my life, but it was an experience that is going to fuel me to be better for the rest of my life. Remember, when you're failing, you're making mistakes, you're not learning. I learned not to just be so helpful, not to be so willing to be a friend, because my friendship is valuable. I'm a good friend. I know I'm a good friend. The friends I have now, their friendship is valuable to me, right? So knowing people who are toxic, identifying them, and some people, again, you could do it with the blink of an eye, just done, dismissed. Tell them, you know what, we're not friends anymore. You got a stank attitude. You block them off all of social media. You delete their contact out of your phone. All that good stuff. Sometimes you got to wean yourself slowly but surely. You got to do that with yourself. You have to know that these people aren't good for you. You could love them to death. You could care about them. You could have the most fun with them when you're hanging out, this, that, and the other. But if they're so negative and bitter with their lives, and they're always complaining because they hate their job, or they hate their relationship, or they hate whatever situation they're in, but they're not trying to do anything to fix it, you don't need those people. And yeah, it's going to be hard for some of us. I know it was hard for me, but I'm much better off without those people. I'm a much happier person. I'm a much better person without those people in my life, right? Stop being toxic to yourself. If you're toxic to yourself, cut it out. You can't get rid of yourself. So you got to take care of yourself first and foremost. And you got to love yourself. And you got to respect yourself. And you got to know that, yeah, okay, so my job isn't giving me the satisfaction that I want. So what are you going to do about it? I can't tell you what to do about it, but I can tell you to motivate yourself to make that change. Make those changes. Because again, like I said earlier, no one can make you change your life. No one can make you change the direction you're heading and the path you're going down but you. You have choices. You choose to have toxic people in your life, or you choose to let them go. You choose to continue to do these toxic behaviors and these self-defeating behaviors, or you choose to get motivated and do something, And I don't care what you want to do, as long as you do it well, and you do it the best you can, and you do it with positivity and happiness, you're going to go far. Again, I don't know the level of how far you're going to go. You might be that person who just wants to, like I said, own their own business, small business, and be able to have your business make enough money for you to cover all your business bills and payroll, to cover your expenses with your home life and family, to have those vacations, to have the car you want. It might not be about being a millionaire, but you never know. Your business might blow up that big, and you might end up being a multimillionaire. Your business might not make it, but learn from it, good or bad. Always find a way to make negative, bad things a positive. Take a moment right now and just think about it. What is something that you're grateful for that happened to you today? A lot of us, the first thing we're going to say is, I'm alive. I'm breathing. I woke up. For me, it was the fact that I'm so grateful that I have my niece Sam here to help me with my podcast and my YouTubing. You know, her level of commitment and dedication and the fun we have is so awesome and so amazing. And we're doing this, we're learning. We're having little to no help. We've had no help with the podcast. We've done that all on our own. Going live, it was a struggle, but she figured it out, and here we are. It's being grateful. If you can't think of one thing that you're grateful for or that you're happy for in your life today, then you're messing up, right? You're already failing. You need to be grateful. You need to understand that there are things in our life that we don't think are good or we don't think about having because it's always been there. Stop and think that there's someone out there that's worse off than you are. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you don't have the car that you want. There's people out there who don't have a car and have to take public transportation to work. But in this time, guess what? They can't take public transportation. So they're spending more money on Ubers or Lyfts and digging themselves deeper, you know? Right? So what? I'm blind. I lost my sight at 16. There are people out there who were born blind and never got to enjoy the wonderful experience of seeing things. Granted, I have a 1997 memory, so I don't know what SpongeBob looks like. I don't know what emo people look like. I wish I knew what Jar Jar Binks looked like. I want to know what the characters in Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Lord of the Rings, Star, all those things that I didn't get to see. But you know what? I've built my own picture in my mind. I've built my own world, right? And it's so amazing with the world of fantasy and the world of sci-fi and the world of imagination. Because with those things that we read about in our imagination is what things come from reality. And it's proven in literature, in movies. Think about movies back in the 60s and 70s. Think about the Jetsons cartoon, right? We don't have flying cars yet, but we got video calling. No one thought in the 80s, in the 70s, and 60s, when the Jetsons were huge and popular, no one really believed that we were going to have video conferencing chat. Now it's with a touch of a button. A touch of a button. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, in the 40s, when we had sci-fi about space travel, no one ever thought we were going to go to space. And we did it. All because of imagination, all because of an idea, all because of a thought. Do not dismiss your creativity. Do not dismiss your imagination. Make your imagination your reality. And I'm telling you, great stuff would happen. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking my thoughts, my ideas, my creativity, what's in my mind and what's in my heart, and I'm sharing it on the podcast. I'm sharing it on YouTube. And I am having a blast with it. Am I the best speaker out there? No. Do I enjoy doing it? Yes. Am I finding ways to get better? Am I researching tips to get better? Absolutely. I'm watching great motivational speakers on YouTube. I have people who are sending me links to watch people. One show on YouTube that I like, and I am going to give the plug and endorse everyone to go there, is the Impact Theory. I just listened to LeVar Burton, who's like one of my favorite actors. I grew up watching him on Reading Rainbow. I grew up watching him on Star Trek The Next Generation. And I related to his character, Geordi LaForge, because he was blind. And he became a chief engineer and an officer on a starship, sci-fi, fantasy. But I brought that into my reality, and I said, you know what? Being blind isn't going to be my disability. It isn't going to be my crutch. It's something that happened to me, but it is not me. And that's all you got to do. Embrace the motivated, focused lifestyle. Embrace the power of positivity. The law of attraction. The law of attraction is, quite simply, if you think it and you believe it and you work hard towards it, that thing you want in life is going to come to you. You're going to be attracted to it. Some people might not believe in that. I'm a firm believer in that. Firm believer in that. You know, I've hit so many goals in my life. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. What do I want to do? I'm going to give you my top 5 big goals I want to do in my lifetime. Number 1, I want to have my own TED Talk. I love the concept of TED Talk. I want to become someone who can speak on larger scales. I've always done speaking engagements that are like school clubs or my cadet corps classes or Toastmasters, just small groups. I want to be able to do a TED Talk or the Best You conference and talk to thousands of people. Why not stop? I mean, why stop at dozens? I'm not going to stop. I want to go to hundreds and thousands. It's number 1. Number 2, I'd love to have my own documentary on my life, or my own stand-up comedy special. Just something with me, again, where I could show me, you know. Number 3, I'd love to be in the WWE or AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan. I love the indie scene. I love the guys I work with on the indie scene, but a lot of them are going places because they've got that determination, they've got that drive. And see, me before with the indie professional wrestling, I was like, nah, it's just a hobby. I love being a manager. No one's going to want to hire me because I'm not a wrestler. I'm the guy in the suit and tie that stands in the corner and cheers someone on. Sometimes I'm accused of being a cheater or something. Has it happened? Maybe, maybe not. But I love doing it. And people that I've worked with said, you should put more video up. Get more video content. Put it up on YouTube. So I'm working on getting a bunch of my videos for the last few years and putting it up on YouTube so people can see it. Send a video of yourself, of matches, of interviews, of promos, in front of the crowd, backstage, anything you can. Start sending it to wrestling promotions because if they like you and they're going to book you. If they don't, then they don't. And I can't be worried about, no one's going to want me because I'm just a manager, or no one's going to want me because it's a liability being blind. No, because why? I work in a few companies. Currently just one right now when we get back again started. But that's number 3. Number 4, I'd love to create an album. I'm not a songwriter. I love to sing. I have a fairly good voice, I think, and I love doing covers. I'd like to eventually do a SoundCloud or a Bandcamp or YouTube music and have my recordings of what I've sang from all these people that I thoroughly love to sing and listen to. And number 5 is to, one of my favorite songs is playing in the background. All of a sudden I'm talking about music, and here's Ike and Tina Turner, Proud Mary. But the 5th thing is I'd love to travel. I want to be able to be financially stable enough to where I can go out of the country for vacations. Because let's face it, I've been to Mexico. But a lot of people have when they were in college, right? In Southern California, TJ, woohoo, right? But I mean, I'd love to go to a lot of places. I mean, I've traveled the country. I've been to Florida. I've been to Oregon, Colorado, Washington, all over California, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Arizona, But there's so much more of the country I want to see. So much more. I want to explore Europe. I want to go to certain countries in Asia. I'd love to go visit South Africa. Just all kinds of things. Those are my top 5 goals. And let's face it, I do stand-up comedy now, so I'm already taking the steps to get that stand-up special, right? I'm already involved in professional wrestling, so I've already taken the steps to get there and be successful. But you know what? I had to stop thinking about it as it's just a hobby. That, I'm not going to go anywhere but on the local scene. I had to take that thought process and throw it away and come up with you know what? I could make it. Let me work hard to make it. Let me come up with more stand-up material. Let me try to be different than other stand-ups. Let me watch some of the stand-ups that I love. People that I just look up to in the world of stand-up comedy. Let me watch professional wrestling managers. Let me watch them, study them. What can I do? What little bits can I take from them to create this character of mine? And I've done that, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Am I all the way there at the top yet? No. But am I getting there? Yes. And that's the main focus. If you're always focused on the negative, or you're always focused on, because you could be like too motivated, right? Where you're overthinking and you're overshooting yourself and you're already thinking about being on the top. But you're not focused about what you got to do to get there. In your mind, you're already there. That's not beneficial. Okay, always keep your mind and your eye on the prize, and always look forward to the future. But you got to focus on here and now. You got to focus on today. You got to focus on tomorrow. You can't focus on 3 years from now. You have goals that you've written. I got to do this within 3 years. But don't try to hit your 3-year mark by day 2. Pace yourself. Go slow. Think things through. Surround yourself with the right kind of people. Right? Have the right kind of thinking. Make yourself healthy physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, mentally. You need to have yourself healthy in all of those areas, right? Surround yourself with people who are wanting to be successful like you. Surround yourself with positive thinking people, motivated, focused people. Surround yourself with that. It's going to take time. But know that you have that 100% confidence in yourself that you can accomplish your goals and your dreams, right? We know that some people become famous and people accidental success because of something that might have went viral or because of this, that, the other. Or sometimes people get there not because of what they know, but who they know. But are those people truly successful, or are they pseudo-successful? Right? They could have millions of dollars. They could be hugely popular. But if they didn't do it with themselves, they did it with who they know, not what they know, then it's not earned success. Right? You want to go on effort over results. Right? Because again, you don't need a lot of talent. You don't need a lot of motivation to get results, but you need effort. You need attempt. You need work. Having a good work ethic. Having confidence in yourself, believing in yourself, loving yourself, surrounding yourself with the right people, making the right connections, getting the proper education that you need. When I say education, that doesn't mean going to college and getting a college degree. In some fields, yes, you're going to need that. But in some other areas in life, you don't need that. But you need to learn. And as much as I encourage people to stay off of the internet, stay off of social media for an hour or two a day, when you're on it, you can always be learning. There's literally billions and billions of bits of information out there that you can do to learn what you want to learn and to help improve your life and your quality of life. It's incredible. It's amazing. And that's really what I got to say about living that motivated, focused lifestyle. I know I was repetitive, but sometimes you got to be repetitive. You got to drive the point home. You got to tell people, believe in yourself. So what have we learned? Let's go over the basics. The basics on the motivated, focused lifestyle. Number 1, develop your sense of motivation. Okay, what's going to motivate you? What do you want to do? So get motivated. Well, first you got to find out what you want to be motivated for. And you should be motivated for everything in life. You should treat everything that happens with you with positivity and with the motivated attitude. Write those goals down. You want your long-term goals, but you want short-term goals. Try to learn something or do something or improve your life 1% every day. Just a little, you know. Surround yourself with other positive people, with other motivated, focused people, right? Surround yourself with those. Let go of toxic people in your life. Let go of toxic behaviors that you have, toxic thoughts that you have. Faith and confidence. Know that when I say these things, even though I don't know any of you personally, or most of you personally who are watching this, know that I believe that if you stick to the motivated, focused lifestyle and you have determination, you have passion, you stay positive, you keep yourself healthy and fit mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, you're going to go far. You're going to do a lot of great things in life. I have that belief in you. Telling you guys that stuff is what motivates me. Spreading my message, spreading any positive message, even if I'm taking a motivational quote and breaking it down, telling you what I think it means. You know, love yourself, love the people you're around, right? Because if you can do those things, and you could do it all day, every day, and you can focus on the here and the now, as well as the future, you're going to go far. You're going to do it. You're going to make it. So if you, so that's the end of this video, end of this live. If you made a comment, I didn't get to it, I'm sorry. I got on my diatribe, but please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that. Make sure you hit the like button and click the bell button so you get notified when I go live and when new videos or new content is posted. And until the next time I post, you guys, stay focused, stay positive, embrace that motivated lifestyle, and know that I love you. All right. Have a good one, you guys.